Welcome back, everybody. I'm Jade Monkey. We're back here in DayZ 1.09, and we are currently in hotfix 1 and 2 for all platforms. And we're talking about the current state of the game as it stands right now for, again, all platforms, PC, PlayStation 4, and the Xbox One. And, yeah, so like if you're a new player, we're going to be going over some things you can do now, and if you're a longtime player, you know, where it stands and maybe some things you can do now to feed your DayZ itch, as it were. So, all right, let's do this thing. Okay, so let's say this is late September 2020, and again, this is hotfix 1 and 2, DayZ 1.09, and again, PlayStation 4 has a different version. It is higher than that, but just know your internal version is still lines up with 1.09. I know just Sony does a weird naming structure for it, so, or a numbering structure, so you guys are almost always, not almost always, you guys are always a higher number than us. Anyways, so one of the biggest things we're running into right now are loot respawns. It's huge. So I'm not talking about scarcity. I'm not talking about not finding what you want. I'm talking about when you are in an official server, default vanilla settings, when you pick up loot, it will not respawn. And also, if you were to drop something on the ground like this, and it's not ruined, it will not despawn, or at least it'll stay there for an extremely long time. So the fact that I just picked up this knife, it will never respawn with the current conditions right now. So just know that, again, late September 2020, hotfix 1 and 2, on all platforms, that's the way it is right now unofficial. We have tested it pretty thoroughly. At first, it looked like it was fixed with the hotfixes, but it turns out that is not the case. We did a live stream unofficial on the Xbox, and we ran into it. So, if you're a new player, I would strongly suggest playing on a community server that has verified loot respawning. I don't know of a good server off the top of my head, so you're really going to have to dig and find one. Sorry that I don't have one, but I'm telling you, like, this game is brutal as it stands, which makes it a lot of fun, no doubt. And the game is still fun, even in its current condition. It's just really hard if you're playing an official. Oh man, I got a burp. There it is. Go Zor in the Keymaster. I would strongly recommend, again, playing on a community server that has loot respawning. Now, if you want to play on official, you can, but you also pretty much have to bring your own tools, weapons, and food and water. Because once you get murked, unless you can loot your body again or another player, most high-pop servers have already had most of the loot on the shoreline plundered, so you're going to have an extremely hard time surviving. Yes, there's loot that spawns on zombies. Occasionally you'll find some rocks that respawn, but for the most part, once loot is picked up, it does not respawn, which is crazy. So really, like if you have a bunch of alternates, okay, go in there and go ham. Just expect to lose your gear. So it's a huge bummer because you know we play on official all the time. We're on PC right now, but for the most part, we like playing on the Xbox and or PlayStation on official servers. So, yeah, that's one of the main reasons why you're not seeing a lot of live streams right now from official, just because we're waiting for the update, and we're really hoping this was the one, but looks like that is not the case. So, okay, let's go over some more state of the game here. So we've got base building, which has been good. The adjustments to the, was it the duct tape? No longer repairing the, whoa, oh, that was dirty. No longer repairing weapons seems small, but it's actually a big deal because, I'm the worst at this. Ooh, I landed that. Because you can no longer use duct tape to heal up a weapon, and it takes quite a few shots to take down a wall to do raiding. Nailed it. So, it makes it so weapon cleaning kits are the only thing you can use to repair the weapon, so it's a bit more costly in general, which is a good thing. More damage resistant walls, higher HP walls is good for overall bases in general. Raiding, building, all of that good stuff. So, with that in mind, those are good changes. Also, with the addition of the flag system, now let me go ahead and kind of explain that. As it stands now, again, with hotfix 1 and 2, the official flagpole, which takes a lot of pieces and parts, it will refresh in a 60-meter radius. Is that right? 60 meters? Is it 60? Yeah, it's 60. 60-meter radius. it will refresh all of the objects that have been player-based or player built. So things like a watchtower, a fence kit. So what that means is, it's like, okay, so things will despawn over time if you don't interact with them. So that flagpole does that for you. So here's the other kicker I found, and this is a pretty big gotcha. Okay, so since the flagpole takes so much to build, you have to make sure you have a flag on it, and also raise the flag. Once the flag goes down, things will start to despawn rapidly, like stupid quick. So stay on it. So basically when you attach your flag, which I do believe you need the flag for it to work properly, you need to raise the flag. Now, slowly over time, the flag will start to go down, showing that the time is elapsed and that you need to raise the flag again. So each time you raise the flag, it interacts with all of your stuff on the base. So that's good. It keeps things there longer. So keep that in mind. I know I finally put together a flagpole stand with a flag, had it lowered to do a screenshot, was messing around, came back, and the whole thing despawned. I was like, what? So just, again, keep that in mind. It's a pretty big gotcha, and once you're in an official environment, it's really going to hurt your feelings if it disappears on you. I can promise you that. So just be aware of that. So here's the thing. With new additions of weapons and everything else, it's a lot of fun. The desync seems to be, I'm not going to say it's completely gone, but it's definitely improved. And, you know, from what we've been playing through over the last, I don't know, 9 months or so, or more, it's a welcome change. So if the spawn is fixed, the loot spawns in general, we're going to have like some really fun gameplay going on official, and I can't wait because things like both on the PlayStation 4 and Xbox, official servers are awesome during primetime PvP. They're insanely good. So and they're a blast to play, and I can't wait for that. So yeah, we're just waiting on the loot, really. It just needs to actually work. Because we can play through a lot, but when nothing's spawning, we basically can't survive. And as you know, food burn and water burn is pretty quick, so we're pretty... Did I just hit the ledge? We're pretty hard up for that, so... Anyways, that's the current state of the game right now. As it stands, hotfix 1 and 2 for both PC, PlayStation 4, and the Xbox. Again, late September. We'll keep you guys up to date when we do have those changes. We are watching Twitter and the developer blog. Oh, yeah, I should say before we go. So, okay, as far as this being a patch, right, we're not sure what kind of patch this is. So this is either a client-side patch or a server-side patch. Let me clarify what that means. So a client-side patch means it's a patch that comes in on the actual platform. So it'd be on your PC, Xbox, or PlayStation. Now, for the PC, it's not as big of a deal. But for the Xbox and PlayStation 4, it is a big deal because they have to pass certification because of the nature of those consoles, which is fine. It keeps out hackers, keeps things consistent. That's awesome. So what happens is it'll have to pass certification. So if it is a client-side fix to do the loot respawning correctly, we are going to have to wait a little bit longer. They haven't said one way or another. Now just remember, if something doesn't pass certification for either system, it has to be recertified for both because they're essentially the same version. They even use the same database. That's why whenever we talk about playing unofficial, we're talking about PlayStation and the Xbox because they're literally the same type of experience. So anyways, the good news would be is if they found the fix for it and it was a server-side fix, which basically just means they do a client-side, or they do a server-side fix and they do a restart and we're good. We don't need to install anything. It's just a little bit of downtime and things are good. Now, I'm guessing this is a server-side adjustment, so let's keep our fingers crossed. And again, we're watching Twitter and the developer's website and stuff to see what's what. So yeah, fingers crossed. We're hoping this is a quicker fix, but we've been waiting for a hot minute, and we're anxious to play again because 108 had so much great stuff coming in. Like, yeah, there were bugs and stuff, but like the fact that we had base building mean something made for awesome raids, awesome defenses. We had an amazing time, and we did some super long live streams, and it felt like it was 10 minutes. So it was a ton of fun. I can't wait for that to come back. That's why we're so excited for this hotfix 1 and 2. But it is a little disappointing to see that the loot's not spawning in. So again, if you're a new player, even a long-time player, seriously consider a community server until the fix comes through. Or if you really want to get ballsy, you could go out there with your geared players, but just expect to lose your stuff, which isn't the worst thing in the world. So anyways, I've been going on long enough with this. If you found this useful and helpful, be sure to drop a like. If you are down with the type of content that we do, things like open world survival, some news updates and things for things like DayZ, for Rust, for the Rust beta that's coming, which we are still watching like a hawk. you know, consider dropping a subscribe if you haven't already. And yeah, hopefully we'll see you in the next live stream / video. Yes, yes. All right, we'll see you guys later. Love you. Bye. Do you think I can hit this? My Mosin's getting shreked. I'm not the best sniper, but I can kind of make it work. Let me see if I can hit this. How come that looks so... Isn't this Zub Castle? Or no, this must be another one. Anyways, let me tag this thing. Alright, we'll see you guys later. Bye! Come on, let's hit it for the ending. Let's go. So excited, I can't keep it straight. I can't even tell if I hit it. I did! Yeah!